General Curry, you're sexier than expected.
You want me to show my bobs and vagine?
Careful, Arabkin. I believe it's a trap.
A trap? Even better. Put that glizzy in my curry pot.
Slobati Joker!
Yeah. Sometimes I look at your hair and I feel like it reminds me of Louis C.K.
Yeah, he doesn't know who Louis C.K. is.
Oh, you can see him tapping away at his phone.
Louis C.K. would that be? C is in 100, so it'd be Louis the 100K. Louis C.K. known professionally as Louis C.K. is an American stand-up comedian, actor, and filmmaker.
Hi, it sounds pretty great actually. You should be like him.
Yeah.
Because if you're a
should be like
comedian,
him,
then we'd be funnier.
Genres: observational comedy. There we go. My favourite.
Do you ever go to shops that
Just type in just one word after Louis C.K. Dylan. Type in the word allegations.
Oh no. What's he been up to?
Yeah, you know, the thing about like that is like, if we're being honest for a second, it was probably the tamest Me Too. Me Too in the history of like Me Too. Because wasn't it literally like he jerked off on the phone while he was talking to a woman without her consent, which is bad, but like it's the best possible rape. I think we can all agree with that.
At least they weren't in the same room.
Exactly. Like honestly, like if any woman had to choose a way to be a victim of a sex crime, I think it would be a guy jerking off maybe even in like a different city, but just on the phone with them.
If someone said to you, you have to be a victim of a sex crime, which one do you pick? You pick that one.
Like I've secretly been jerking off in every call we've done. I just, like you can't see below my waist, so it doesn't affect you.
I wonder like how the person would find out that he's jerking off unless he like told them. Like,
unless he made a cum sound.
Yeah, would he just hear in the background just the like?
Yeah.
That is.
Sorry, that's just my dry cleaning's ready.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, it's always good when someone gets cancelled because they admitted it. Like that's of course what happened with Paula Dean, who Dylan definitely also doesn't know, but this was mentioned in
Well, look, let's get off what Dylan doesn't know, because we today are, of course, because it's the first episode of season 9, we are doing a quiz to help Dylan. And that is the
I need all the help I can get.
So yeah, Dylan, why don't you load up that quiz?
That's a good idea.
We'll get going.
Yes, and I will do the reading occasionally.
Okay, so here we go then. The quiz for Dylan. Dylan, are you excited?
I am excited, yes. I'm looking forward to what we're going to be quizzing me on. I've got an idea, but we shall see what it comes to be.
Well, I have no idea, so I'm excited. Yeah, this is fun. It means that like we're taking up the whole screen.
Yes. Okay.
I can't see anything.
Yeah.
I can
that
just
means
see
we
the
get to
PowerPoint.
represent the StreamYard sponsorship more thoroughly.
Yeah, shout out StreamYard. So right, go to the slide.
Who you definitely weren't complaining about for the first.
Yeah.
Right.
Go to the where it says rules, Dylan. So
rules for the quiz.
A chance to get 30 points and start off season 9 strong. This replaces Dylan's topic for the week. 20 questions. Each correct answer equals +1 rating. It's possible to get 20 out of 20 questions right. Plus, with Dylan's score, he can get 30 points. What a great opportunity for Dylan.
Oh, that was so well read out.
Thank you.
It was actually, I liked that.
Keep that up, Michael.
One man enters.
Here we go, moment of truth. It is... Oh, here we go. I can kick at this.
Okay.
So we have a pop culture / soap opera quiz. So there you go. And the two soap operas will be Coronation Street and Emmerdale. Because you don't watch EastEnders, do you, Dylan?
I don't know. I don't.
No,
Phil Mitchell, who's that? No.
You do need to know some stuff, Dylan. So if Michael will read this next slide out, and all will be explained how the quiz is going to work.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to be too easy for Dylan.
Yeah, I don't feel like they've, even though it normally says on the thing, this is, we make it try and easy for the person, I don't feel like these ever have been, but let's see.
Okay, let's go to the next slide.
What Dylan needs to know. Dylan once claimed he knew a lot about pop culture, so let's put that to the test. How in tune is he with what's going on in the world? During the quiz, Dylan will answer a minimum of 20 questions on popular culture and Coronation Street / Emmerdale. However, the only question that matters points-wise will be the pop culture questions. But Dylan will be able to acquire clues to the pop culture questions by correctly answering questions about Coronation Street / Emmerdale. Okay. If Dylan gets a Coronation Street / EastEnders, the Coronation Street /
sorry.
Emmerdale answer correct, he will receive
for that blunder.
3 possible answers for the pop culture question. Okay, so it gives you more. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
There are a
I
total
see.
of 15 Coronation Street / Emmerdale questions that Dylan can answer throughout the quiz to help him. And then we've got a little
You
This
don't need
quiz is
to
definitely
read
not
the
made
asterisk.
to embarrass Dylan.
Well, let me
expose his
just,
lack of
Dylan,
basic
I will
knowledge.
read the asterisk, please. This quiz was definitely not made to embarrass Dylan and exposes lack of basic knowledge on stuff that any under 30 person just should know. It will be just a coincidence if the contrast between Dylan's knowledge of northern soap operas and pop culture humiliates him. I want to read it fast the way they do for
Yeah.
disclaimers.
Can I say at the youth centre, last couple of weeks they do a quiz on a Friday, and last 2 weeks I got 14 out of 15 on both of them.
Ooh.
The questions I got wrong was not being able to spell diarrhea correctly.
I mean, I don't know how relevant that is to pop culture, not being able to spell
I
diarrhea.
will happily share with you the quizzes that I did, and you can.
No,
see,
I'm not-
You'll be
not
impressed with
interested.
me. You'll be impressed. I think
Okay.
you will be. I think you will be. Yeah.
Well, I'll be impressed if you do well in this quiz, Dylan. Let's just put it that way. No,
I,
so
you know,
obviously-
I feel like I've got quite a good general. Like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, sometimes I can go quite far. I'd had a go today, for instance. I got all the way up to 16,000 without needing a lifeline. You know, so it's like
it's not really about the old, general knowledge. It's about pop culture. So again,
Yes, there is a
that
difference, and a lot of people don't recognise that.
So whenever Dylan needs one of these questions as a clue,
Yeah, I see. So, because obviously I noticed that you said he only gets 15 of these questions. So, obviously that means that at 5 points he's going to have to get the answer himself anyway.
yes,
just really, it will not just be coincidence if the contrast in Dylan's knowledge of northern soap operas and pop culture humiliates him.
he's just reading that. Okay, Michael already read that, but thanks for
Yeah.
Because he's reading it quickly, just like with most disclaimers, like you don't really pay attention to them when they're being read really quickly.
Okay, so are we ready, Dylan?
Yes.
All right.
I'm excited about this. Yeah, just it'd be a chance for me to actually show you some of my pop culture.
Yeah.
If you will go to the next slide, Dylan, for the first question, and Michael, will you read it out?
Yes.
And there's
I
a
will.
fun one. There's a fun fact as well, along with the question.
Yeah, so pop culture question number 1 out of 20. Who is this Oscar-nominated actor? Fun fact: described as Leonardo DiCaprio for the TikTok generation, stars in the Dune movies as Paul Atreides. Does Dylan need some help? I don't know.
He's called isn't he called Ben Shapiro? No, I think I need some help, please.
See, this is what I was hoping for, man. It's going to be 20 questions of this.
Okay, there needs to be some kind of time limit here, so you can just sit there. I think, to be honest, considering how easy these questions are, he should get 10 seconds to answer it.
Why don't, while Dylan's deciding whether he knows the right answer to a
No,
very
I need
easy question.
I need help. Solve
right.
the question,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, so
Okay,
first question. So do I need to tell him that this is about? Oh, I guess he'll know anyway. Which character survived being pushed off a cliff by their own sibling, only to later become a murderer themselves?
yeah. So it is best to clarify. This
Okay, yeah.
is
So
obviously
sorry, yeah.
Emmerdale.
So yeah, I wasn't sure.
This
Yeah,
is
so this is
Emmerdale,
the
yeah, I'm trying to
Emmerdale
remember.
question. Yeah, okay.
I think it was Emma Barton, but I can't remember now.
Shall I say Mina Jutler? So
Oh,
Dylan, you had one chance and you already.
I remember
screwed it
this
up.
now. Yeah, this was a couple of years ago.
All right. Okay, Dylan, that is a bad sign if you can't get that question right, because a lot of the questions are quite similar to that.
Yeah, it's just the whole Mina thing. It was so traumatic that it's just kind of gets
So
kind of-
traumatic that it was so impactful and massive that
That
you
she-
totally forgot about it.
She tried to kill a load of characters, and she tried to kill Dr.
Dylan,
Kavanagh.
you're not
we
making
can't
things
lose.
better for yourself. You're basically saying,
Yeah,
this woman was like a major. She was the villain
Yeah.
of an entire arc of the show, and
I think I do recognise the guy. I think it's got some kind of Twinkie name, but I can't top my head
Okay.
remember.
right.
So, I
So,
think
I'm calling this a forfeit, surely.
gonna say Ben
well-
Shapiro.
Ben
Oh my
Shapiro.
god! What the fuck, man? What is wrong with you? Okay, so Dylan, just
Oh no, he's
go
called
to
like Jesse something. He's like Jesse
all right,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Dylan. No, that's Jesse Eisenberg. No, go to the next slide, Dylan, and
that
you'll
got
see
the
the
answer in it?
options. Those are the 3 options which Michael
Oh,
would
it's-
read out, but of course,
It's Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, so you would know it? Okay.
Oh, is that right? Yes.
yeah. But
It's
of
a
course
name
you
that
didn't
I
Yeah,
get
to be fair, I am
recognise.
expecting Dylan to be able to get the correct answer when he gets the 3 options. I think it'll be.
Which is why it's vital for him to get the Coronation Street or Emmerdale question right.
Emmerdale one right.
Which NFL player is Taylor Swift currently dating? Fun fact, he is regarded as one of the best tight ends in NFL history and is a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
I think it's called like Joss Butlin or something.
Does Dylan need some help?
Yes, please.
So this is going to be a
Okay.
Coronation Street question, which I think should be... Oh, let's see. Which character caused a massive tram crash in 2010 that killed several residents and changed the face of the street forever? I think I almost knew this one, to be honest.
I mean, it was before I started watching it. So I'm not 100... Because I started watching it in 2013. This happened in 2010, the tram crash, if I remember.
Luke could decide whether based on this information helps you, but this is also the same guy who, when he was a sixth form teacher, he had an affair with one of his sixth form students.
No, that was very helpful, actually, yeah. John Stape.
That is the correct answer. So yeah.
But, yeah. Can I just point out, by the way, you said, Dylan, I think it's around 2010. In the question that Michael said to you, he did say it was in 2010.
Yeah, I did say 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I need to pay attention a bit more.
I didn't
Yeah.
know Michael would know anything about Coronation Street.
Yeah, you know
so
what? I happen to know that one mostly because I always thought, man, I wish I had a teacher who'd fuck me when I was at sixth form.
Okay, that's great. That's really weird and fantastic. We shall move on to the next slide because Dylan got it right. So here are the
Yes.
3 options, Dylan.
Patrick Mahomes is first option, or B, Travis Kelce, or C, Rob Gronkowski.
I'll go with... Oh, the last one was C, though, so it won't be C this time. I'll go with B.
That is correct. Well done.
Yes.
It's Travis Kelce. So there you get the Coronation Street knowledge help. Dylan is 1 for 2. Fantastic stuff. So next question.
What is the superhero name of this Marvel character? Fun fact, this superhero was the titular character in the 2008 movie which kick-started the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh no, I think I do know. This is like the guy that's like... It's not like Tron guy, but he's like the big red guy. That's like... He's in the Fantastic Four, isn't he? So I'm trying to think.
Does Dylan need some help?
Does Dylan need some help?
So are there like enough questions if I needed help on all 20, or do I need
No.
to like know some of these?
You need to know.
Well,
you need to know 5 of them because there's
you
15
need to-
questions.
Yeah, you need to pay attention, Dylan. There's 15 Coronation Street / Emmerdale questions.
Oh, I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
and by the
what
way,
it's
if you wanted to
called.
be tactical, that means like sometimes you might just have to take the L in a situation where you don't think getting the 3 options would help you. In this case, getting 3 options probably would help you, but you also should know this anyway.
I think 3 options will, but it's kind of. I think it's called like Tron or something like that. He's like the guy in Fantastic Four that like gets angry. It's like, "Arr." But let's use one of my remaining 13 lifelines, please.
Okay, so this
Okay.
is a fun little round. So in this one, the answer is either Emmerdale or Coronation Street, which probably makes this the easiest one.
okay.
So again, you might want to fact. So this will be every
50-50.
third question. So yeah,
Yeah.
You might want to factor that in. Which soap featured a dramatic plane crash in the 1990s that killed several major characters and devastated the entire village?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Before you said
fuck.
village, I thought Emmerdale, but yeah, it would be
I
Emmerdale.
thought- I should cut that
I
out, for
realized
fuck's-
with that. Yeah, I should have said.
You could have helped me, Michael.
You know
Damn
what?
it.
Yeah, you're right. I should have said Community and.
I
you
think
know
it was in 1994 as well. Was like the year it happened.
what? Okay.
Okay, tell me then, Dylan. What's the answer?
Yeah.
Emmerdale.
Yeah. Do you think you
Okay.
would have known that? Yeah. In the future, if I see something that gives it
I
away,
think
will
I
reword it.
think I knew it was Emmerdale anyway. But yeah.
Anyway, you may look at your 3 options.
So Michael, read it
so
out.
it was.
Oh yeah, sorry. So your 3 options are number A, Captain America, A for America, B, Iron Man, or C, Mr. Fantastic.
You see, now I'm thinking about now. All of a sudden, you know what? Now I think, now for me, I'm thinking it's either A or B. Considering the last one was B and the first one was C, makes me think maybe. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's say it's Captain America. No, it's Iron Man, isn't it?
Do you want to tell him the right answer, Michael?
Yeah, so it's Iron Man, which you were wrong.
See, I knew you'd try this fucking bullshit, Dylan, because I've heard you do it before. I was like,
Yeah.
the last one was A, so this was B. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm really glad you failed with that shitty tactic.
Yeah. Also, you should have just looked at all of the iron on him. Well, I said
Yeah,
to be
he's
fair,
got
like
some
obviously,
iron.
this is I guess the
Fe.
minimal amount of iron that you can have on him while still qualifying as Iron Man. So
Iron being
Anyway,
Fe in the
next
periodic
question.
table.
What did influencer Ashton Hall show off in a viral video earlier this year? Fun fact, the viral video had 107 million, with an M, views on TikTok and 161 million views on Instagram after just 2 weeks. And
Well,
none
I
of those
mean-
would have been repeats.
He was missing one from me. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go options this time. I think I'm gonna say this is one I probably won't know. I reckon it's. I'm gonna say he showed off his muscles. That's what he did.
So you don't want a clue then, Dylan?
Considering there's not that many questions. I think I think I've got to take a hit on 5 of them.
So obviously that is incorrect. Michael, do you know the answer? By the way?
So he showed off his morning routine. Featuring...
He did indeed. Yes.
Yes. Well, it's funny because I made a joke about that recently. I'm not going to get into why, but I had to share a bedroom with an unfamiliar person recently, and I complained about the fact that they were like rustling around when they got up, and they got up at like 5 a.m. and they were rustling around. I was like, why were you rustling at 5 a.m.? And then like everyone was making a joke about them doing like the morning routine and like splashing water on their face.
Yeah, so that's some good banter there. Yeah,
it was good banter.
Again, this highlights Dylan's just the fact that he lives under a rock. The guy basically put banana peel on his face. He dunked his face in water. He gets up at like 3 a.m. to like just do some squats outside.
He goes outside, just does squats and push-ups.
Question 5.
Recently, Star Wars Episode 3 was re-released in cinemas for its 20-year anniversary. But what is the episode called? Fun fact, grossed $900 million at the box office, considered the best of the Star Wars prequels.
I think one of them was Attack of the Clones. I think this one's called Revenge of the Sith. Because I think I remember when it came out as well.
Well, it says there. Well, it's 20-year anniversary.
2005, yeah. Because remember, we used to got like these little mini lightsabers in like our cereals. We always used to play with it on the playground. I'm going to go with Revenge.
Okay, this is suspicious. You used to play. Don't do that. The kids don't do that. The kids that you said to do. Oh yeah, I used to 20 years since I used to play with my little lightsaber. You want me to play with your little lightsaber, lad?
The youth centre's got a lawsuit on its hands. Right.
I'm going to say Revenge of the Sith.
That is correct. Well done.
That's the first unassisted W.
Yeah. So well done, Dylan. That's what we like to see. More of that. You can see the options there. Right, let us now move on to question 6.
Which rapper did Kendrick Lamar call a paedophile on his diss track? Not Like Us. Fun fact, Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us during the halftime show at the 20... For some reason it made me think about Malcolm in the Middle. Show at the 2025 Super Bowl.
Big deal. Hundreds of millions of people watching.
Yeah, I skipped it because I'm racist.
I'm going to need some help.
Okay,
yes, absolutely. And you know what you get when you need help? Emmerdale, which character, shockingly, returned from the dead in 2019, having been presumed dead for years after a supposedly fatal fire?
What in 2019?
Yeah, unless this is like ChatGPT lying, that I can't believe you wouldn't be. This sounds very dramatic and recent.
Oh, there was a fire. It was the fire at the Dingles place.
Dingles.
No, that's the name of the family in Emmerdale. There's a fire at the Dingles back in 2019. I think that's when... it was Joel.
Dingles on fire.
No, I don't think I do know then.
Okay, you ready for this, Dylan?
Yeah.
Go on.
Graham Foster, or as an American would say, Graham Foster.
Oh, he was the chauffeur.
Yeah, I do. It would be interesting. I feel like I should take some responsibility.
Oh, he was the chef. Great. Right. So obviously that's
I think he got killed off by the rapist, which is useful actually because we were talking about paedophiles. It kind of goes full circle.
Okay, let's go to the next screen and see if Dylan would have got it from the options. So if you want
maybe I can still guess. I mean, I was going to guess Kanye West would have been my guess.
Okay. That's wrong. Let's go.
So your options are A, Drake, B,
no,
Lil Wayne.
He already got it wrong, Michael.
Oh, sorry, I thought we'd read it anyway just so we could have fun.
Oh, it was it was Drake though, wasn't it?
He needs the options. Right, next question then. It's not going well so far.
Jack Black recently starred in what 2025 fantasy adventure movie? Fun fact, so far this movie has grossed almost $1 billion with a B dollars during its theatrical run and inspired the chicken jockey TikTok trend.
Yeah, because I do think I know this.
You should know. Yeah, you should know.
Because the chicken jockey is a thing. Because I think it's the Roblox movie. No, I'm joking, obviously.
Okay,
thank Christ.
That was actually pretty good. I genuinely. Yeah.
It's the Minecraft movie.
Yes,
that is correct, and he didn't even need the options. So well done, Dylan. You got it right. The Minecraft movie. You can see
Minecraft movie.
But I'll give you that. Obviously, I'm not.
Oh, is it not called the Minecraft movie?
No, it's called a Minecraft movie, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Right.
That's
So
fun.
next question.
KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul are the creators of what popular energy drink? Fun fact, Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul have a combined subscriber count of approximately 372.1 million on YouTube alone.
I didn't think Mr. Beast was involved in the energy drink, because I think the energy drink's called Prime. There's the three of them involved in something else called Lunchly.
Oh, wow. So you know a lot about this then.
I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows. Yeah.
Well, that's a KSI song. Well, fucking hell. Right, so and ask any questions about YouTubers, and Dylan's got it.
Because he's down with the kids.
I know all about
and their little lightsabers.
I know all about my YouTubers. There we go.
Well, that is correct. We don't even need the options, but let's see the options anyway. As you can see, Prime was there. Dylan knows it. I'm just going to type that in because I thought Mr. Beast was involved in the creation of Prime. Dylan's right, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to be a whistleblower, by the way, Luke. Seeing as you've made one error here, I've been looking up all over the place for Graham Foster's Emmerdale Wikipedia page. There is no mention of a fire anywhere. Oh, sorry, his Emmerdale Wikipedia page. I'm beginning to grow suspicious, and I also wasn't completely sure. I don't think, by the way, that John Stape caused. This is one of the reasons why I gave Dylan a clue. I don't think he caused the crash in 2010. The crash happened for completely unrelated reasons, I believe.
I think he might have been involved because actually what happened was someone
Well,
died.
so basically, yes,
He murdered somebody. He murdered
Yes, you're
somebody,
right.
and he kind of used the tram crash as a.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no.
The exact sequence of events is that someone threatened to expose his secret relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So he then killed that woman with a hammer, whereupon the tram crash happened, and he used the tram crash to disguise her death. So unfortunately, Luke...
You know what? I'm done with ChatGPT.
You know what? No. Okay, because here's the thing: you're going to find out about my topic later on, and my topic I tried using ChatGPT. It was absolutely terrible. ChatGPT is like shit.
I need to ask for its source, but anyway, you can have a question. You can have a free hit, Dylan, next time.
Nice. How many?
And we'll obviously we'll have to play this by ear, I guess. Okay, next question.
So, who is this Grammy award-winning artist? Fun fact, her song Espresso spent 5 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK charts and has over 2 billion streams on Spotify.
Well, I think I could probably do some options because I know of some who are the famous women at the moment. Obviously, you've got Ava Max. I don't think it's her, but you've got Olivia Rodrigo. But
you
I'd
have
like
a free hit, Dylan.
a free hit. So what do we mean by that? Do I just get
you just get the options automatically if you want.
auto options? Yeah, I like that. Automatic options, please.
Yeah, so your options are A, Sabrina Potter, B, Sabrina Baker, or C, Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, the good news is I have heard of Sabrina Carpenter, so I'm hoping that it's her. But you never know. Maybe there could be another Sabrina that's doing the rounds. But I'll go with C, please.
Correct. Well done. Michael knows it. Michael, have you known all of these answers, by the way, Michael?
I don't think there has been one that... Sorry. Yes, I don't think there's been one that I haven't known. I'm just trying to remember the early ones, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've known them all.
So Michael's
Okay.
quite
I
hit
hope
on
I've known them all.
his pop culture. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I
Good stuff.
see.
Yeah.
My wife likes Sabrina Carpenter, even though Sabrina Carpenter, as far as I know, is a bit of a whore.
Yes, she's a massive
Yes.
whore.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the
Defamation.
next question.
The third Deadpool movie featured Deadpool teaming up with which other superhero? Fun fact, it grossed 1.34 billion at the box office, becoming the second highest grossing film of 2024 and the highest grossing R-rated film ever.
Dylan needs some help, please.
Okay, Dylan,
Jesus Christ.
let's see whether or not this is a correct question. This will be fun.
I thought this is one of the ones you'd know. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's move on to the next one.
So here's a Coronation Street question, Dylan. Who pushed
Okay.
Tina McIntyre off the balcony in 2014, leading to one of the soap's most high-profile murder cases?
Well, I do know the answer to this. I'm hoping that ChatGPT doesn't disagree with me.
It's really funny. Okay.
But it was Rob Donovan.
Okay, good. ChatGPT. This is more of a test for ChatGPT at this point. So ChatGPT is correct. It is Rob Donovan.
There we go. Finally, the system's working.
No,
So let's
actually, she didn't die because she was pushed off the
Oh,
balcony,
shut up,
though.
shut up.
She
Don't care.
was pushed off the
Don't
balcony,
care.
and then he finished her off by whacking her on the head.
Oh no.
All right. Well, anyway, let's move on to the options.
So is it A, Magneto, B, Beast, Mr. Beast if you will, C, Wolverine?
Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time before we see Mr. Beast team up with Deadpool. I think we saw
Yeah.
Mr. Beast team up with Neymar the other day. and Ronaldo in the past. But let's go with Wolverine.
Ooh, lovely.
That is correct. So, by the way, that's 4 correct answers in a row for Dylan.
Oh, nice.
At the halfway point, he has 6 out of 10.
There we go, yeah.
Kanye West recently released a song praising which historical figure? Fun fact, Nick Fuentes, who is closely associated with West, posted on X that the song has been stuck in my head all week and imagined 50,000 people in a stadium singing every word.
Well, there was a thing. It was about a couple of years ago where he was praising Hitler. I don't know if his song would have also been about Hitler. I think I'll go for a lifeline. I think I'll go for a Corey Emmy.
So these ones are the easiest lifelines because it's just Emmerdale or Coronation Street. And which show holds the Guinness World Record for the longest running TV soap opera in the world? With a W.
Well, considering that Coronation Street is older than Emmerdale, I will go with Coronation Street.
You know what, Dylan? You are absolutely right.
Anyway, these are the options, if you will, Michael.
Yeah, so the options are A, Gandhi, B, Martin Luther King, or C, Adolf Hitler.
Well, I mean, again, I remember him praising Hitler, but would he just then go release a song about him, or would it be? I think I should stick with my hunch and go with Hitler, but yeah, I'll go with Hitler.
Yeah, you're right. It is Hitler.
It is always Hitler. You're always
Let's go Hitler. No, don't say that out of context.
Right, next question.
But he said he's done with anti-Semitism. He tweeted saying he was done with it. Jenna Ortega stars in what popular supernatural TV show on Netflix? Fun fact, the show dominated Netflix viewership stats, becoming the most watched English TV series in its first week with 341.2 million hours.
And those numbers are always accurate.
Wow, yeah, those are some big numbers right there.
Well, I think the show's called Stranger Things, but unless there's like another supernatural TV show because Stranger Things has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
Can I ask you, do you know this, Michael?
I do know this, yes.
Okay.
Because Stranger Things was set in the 80s as well, and I don't know how 80s this. Look, I might just go for some options just to be completely safe.
Okay. Well, so we're now on the the old
Back to
ChatGPT.
Emmerdale.
Yeah, Emmerdale. So this is
You've got to be careful.
Okay. Let's see. So this one will be interesting if it's wrong. What was the original name of Emmerdale when it first launched? I just imagine it would be really fun. Oh, okay, well done. Okay, I was gonna say so. Yeah, it is Emmerdale Farm. It would be so funny if like ChatGPT just made that up. Like, it used to be called Emmerdale Farm. ChatGPT is like that kid that just bullshits at school.
Yes.
Actually,
right. Dylan has got some options for himself. So let's see.
Oh, so it wasn't Stranger Things. Okay.
Yeah, your options are A, Monday. I mean, who doesn't like Mondays? B, Wednesday's Day, or C, Friday or Freya's Day.
I think we can rule out Wednesday. Wednesday's kind of like a dead in the water day of the week. I'm feeling like I've seen some kind of Netflix advertisation for Friday. I feel like I've seen Friday in like spooky letters, I want to say. So I'm gonna say Friday.
Dylan, can I ask you, do you can you see me? Because I can't see you.
No, I can't.
Okay, cool. In that case, I can laugh as much as I like. Good. Dylan, it's Wednesday.
Oh fuck,
Dylan, have you not heard of what are they called?
Wednesday Addams. So she's the daughter of the Addams family.
Oh no, I haven't heard of that.
Okay.
Wait, have you not heard of the Addams family?
Yeah, I've heard of the Addams family.
Okay, yeah. So, but you didn't know the daughter was called Wednesday. Yeah.
Ah, the
To be fair, I
Addams
actually
family.
don't know what any of the other characters are called apart from the daughter. So
No. She's pretty well. Yeah, I only knew that because of the TV show, which again is incredibly popular and made Jenna Ortega a star.
my wife watched it.
Yeah,
That's
of course
good.
she did.
Yeah,
That's
this
how
is
I know
my
you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So let's move on to the next question.
Yes.
Well, you know some, you don't know some. It's just the case with pop culture.
It was
isn't
just so funny. Like, I think we can rule out Wednesday.
Yeah.
What does the term "no cap" mean? Fun fact: the term gained mainstream popularity in the late 2010s, especially from rappers like Future, Young Thug, and Lil Baby. Also, I think you're forgetting my favorite rapper, Luke, Ben Shapiro, where he said the classic.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro.
This is a Yamaka, homie, no cap.
Oh, that was a classic. He thought Timothy Chalamet was Ben Shapiro.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard like a lot of youths say no cap, but I have no clue what they're on about when they say that.
Of course you don't.
So, I'm gonna need some options, please.
You know, I'm actually not sure if I know what this actually means, to be honest.
Is this the first one you don't know?
Yeah, I think it is the first one I don't know.
Oh, wow.
No,
It's just
I
one of those,
think
it's one of those things that I've heard people say, but if you were to ask me, like, what does it actually mean? I turn into Jordan Peterson. It's like, well, that depends on what you mean by what. Okay, so...
Question, Michael.
Yeah, so this is a Coronation Street question.
Nice.
This one, I'd be very surprised if we got it wrong. In what year did Coronation Street first air on British television?
Oh, I could tell you the month and the year if you like, but it was 1960.
Yeah,
when
well
it
done.
first aired. In December, I think.
Yeah, well done. So Dylan has earned himself some options. So let's
Yes,
see
you have, yes. So your options are A, no chance, B, no lie, C, no limits. Okay, I now think I do know what it is.
I would like to think it's no limits because it's like if you put a cap on something, you're kind of limiting it. So I'm gonna say C with a bit of confidence as well.
So it actually is no lie, Dylan.
Oh.
Or rather, I say that is what I think it means. Am I right, Luke?
You are right. Yes, it is no
Yeah.
lie.
I was just thinking because the context in which I've heard people talk about it, like that would make more sense.
Actually,
Yeah,
to be fair, I thought about the context like suddenly.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
Because
if you
like,
thought about it.
I make
Obviously
mad money, no cap.
Yeah.
I shot.
No,
I
but
shot
then
my
if you're
homie,
saying
no
I make
cap.
mad money, if you're saying I
Oh,
make
no,
mad
okay,
money
you're
no
right.
cap,
Yes.
then you're saying
I suppose
Yeah, but it's like you say something and then you're
At
like,
least we
oh,
can agree it's not no chance. That'd be
it's
normal.
not no chance.
Like I get mad money, no chance.
Yeah, no, it is always in the context of like, oh, I'm not lying. Like
Yeah.
I did this, no cap.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
I
So,
don't-
Luke,
jumped out of a
you're-
helicopter, no cap. Honestly, the use will be so impressed with me when I come back and say
you're a
stuff to them.
professor.
this janitor is so down with the kids.
Yeah,
So
Luke,
fresh,
you
yeah.
you took a degree in African American studies. What is
Yes.
like why what is the connection? Because Dylan is right that like it makes way more sense it would be no limit because like there isn't a cap on it. What's
Yeah,
like
it's-
why do people why would cap mean lie?
It's because the black community have a
Don't know what words
distrust
mean.
of the, no, they have a distrust of the Jewish community, and they often wear these yarmulkes. So it's
that
like,
makes sense.
oh,
Okay, yeah.
I'm not lying, so I'm not wearing that Jewish cap, so no cap. You know.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
makes sense.
where it
Thanks for
comes
explaining
from.
that. That's actually really useful.
There you go. Anytime. So let's move on to the next question.
What is Michael B. Jordan's profession? I don't know why I really wanted the answer to be backup Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I say yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fun
what
fact.
the B stands for.
Yeah, he was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine in 2020 and 2023. Also,
Well-
some people consider him attractive.
I have to say he can't be that influential if I've not heard of him. So let's go for some options, please.
Oh wait, this is either or, isn't it? So, either Emmerdale or Coronation Street. Which soap featured a dramatic sinkhole opening up in the middle of a garden, leading to a character falling to their death? Oh, this better be accurate, because that's hilarious.
Well, so the character didn't fall to their death. Actually, no, they did.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the character did fall. Yeah, it was Johnny Connor. My dad's actually met him, the guy that plays Johnny Connor. It's a fun story.
Okay.
But it was Coronation Street.
Well done.
It was part of their Horror Nation Street campaign during the Halloween of 20.
That is so
19?
funny.
Yeah.
These shows.
It was in the Platt's garden, but it kind of spread outwards. And
All right,
yeah.
Dylan. Next, show me.
So
So,
let's see.
A actor, B basketball player, C rapper. This does narrow it down a lot, Dylan, because
Well, there was a
down
Michael.
to the three things a famous black person can do. other than
There was
be
a
Obama.
Michael Jordan who was a basketball player, but I think he was. I don't think it was Michael B. Jordan. Unless, of course, maybe I'm just overthinking. Maybe Michael Jordan's middle name is B. No, because I feel like if I say rapper, I'm being racist. I'll go with. Yeah, I'll
And
go
you
with.
won't be racist if you say basketball player.
yeah.
But there is a Michael Jordan that's
I'll
already
go
a
with
basketball player.
professional thief.
Oh.
he mugs people. He was 100 most influential. He stole a lot.
I'll say actor. I'll say actor.
Well done, Dylan. You got it right. Proud of you.
That's it, right, Dylan.
And you
Well done.
defeated racism by showing that
Good.
black people can be
Yeah.
actors.
And that is not 55-year-old Michael Jordan in that.
I was going to say,
So,
Michael Jordan is like pretty old. Which superhero does actor Tom Holland play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Fun fact, his latest movie in the MCU grossed almost $2 billion back in 2021. Oh, that's 2021 money too.
I've got no fucking clue. Right. Coronation Street Emmerdale question, please.
Yes, so, I should just read them out automatically at this point, to be honest. I actually might as well just read them out automatically. So, which character was killed in 2013, this is at Emmerdale, by a falling helicopter at a village wedding celebration?
Now,
And
I
again,
didn't
allowing
watch.
for the possibility there may be vague inaccuracies.
I didn't watch Emmerdale back in 2013. I only started watching in 2016. I think it
I'm
was.
going to fact check this.
I think it was Val. I think it was Val Pollard, but I don't know.
The Ruby Haswell. Ruby Haswell dies after helicopter crash.
Yeah, it's accurate. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is accurate.
So no options, Dylan. If you want to take a guess,
I do have another. I'm gonna say he plays the Green Lantern.
That wouldn't be bad. Like, I think like that would make sense.
Let's go for the options.
Except for the fact that Green Lantern is not in the MCU. That's one issue.
slide Dylan next slide. Yeah, there we
Would
go.
it have been Ant-Man?
No, that would be good because he's short. No, he's Spider-Man.
It's astounding that you, again, as someone under 30, don't know that Tom Holland plays Spider-Man.
Yeah, you see, I've got this thing called On Life.
Yeah, he's got you there.
Yeah,
well, like, he just got
the-
fucking murked.
The Emmerdale and Coronation Street questions prove that Dylan, of course, is correct in his assumption.
Yeah, my dad likes Coronation Street Emmerdale. Like, you know, sometimes I like to go and watch Emmerdale Coronation Street with my
Which
dad.
dad?
Ouch.
Right, okay, let us now move on to the next question.
Yeah, so, who is this streamer? Fun fact, he has 39.6 million subscribers on his YouTube channel and has a significant following across all his social media accounts with 76 million followers in total. I'm actually going to give you another clue, Dylan. This guy inspired my topic for this week.
I think he's called. I was thinking he was called something like Fozzie or something like that.
Well, I can. Again,
that's very racist.
So I can read this. Yeah, that's. Did you say fuzzy?
No,
Fozzie?
I said I think it's called Fozzie, like F-O-Z-I.
I feel like there's something about like giving black people cartoonish names. It's just like it's not good. Like I think it's just called like Slappy. I think it's just called Slappy the streamer. Anyway, so Dylan, I'll give you your question because you know you've got one. So which character locked his wife in the house and installed cameras to spy on her, leading to one of the most chilling, coercive, controlling storylines in UK soap history?
Oh, you see, we had two coercive controls. We had a coercive control storyline in Coronation Street. It was Jeff Metcalf. Except I don't think he used cameras.
Yeah, this is, sorry, just to clear up, because Michael didn't say, this is Coronation Street.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I thought
it is Coronation Street, because we had Tom King do it in Emmerdale as well.
Yeah, well, also there's that guy in The Archers who raped his wife. As if you can even do that. Like,
because I don't know if Jeff used cameras, but Tom used cameras in Emmerdale. But I think, because Jeff Metcalf did it to Yasmin in Coronation Street. Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Jeff Metcalf, which means you get some options.
Yes, Dylan has earned some options, so if you will read the options, Michael.
Yeah, so your options are A, I Show Speed, B, Kai Cenat, C, Fozzie, C, Chris Smooth.
So here's the thing, Dylan. I thought you'd get this because you know a lot about like YouTubers, as you've shown.
I think I know what the answer is now that I've seen the options. I think I know. I think he just goes by Speed, but we'll go with A.
Yes, correct, Amundo.
Yes. So I Show Speed is his full name, but you know it's
his full name. His
formal.
It's what his parents christened it.
But yeah, it just goes by Speed, you know, to his friends.
Yes.
Right. Let's move on to the next question.
What is the name of this Star Wars character? Fun fact, this character starred in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, which grossed a total of $4.3 billion undeserved dollars. And I might as well just give you the questions right away because...
She's something like Carrie Walker or something.
Okay, are you ready for some questions?
Fucking hell. Hell.
Which soap once had a storyline involving a vet being trampled to death by a horse?
Well, I don't know for a fact, but it doesn't sound. It sounds like something that would happen in Emmerdale. Considering it's like we have the vets practice in Emmerdale. We don't have a vets in Coronation Street.
Oh, so you're looking at in
Emmerdale, please.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So now you can wait. Okay, you can show the options. Who even is Carrie Walker? She's like a person. Yeah. I can't think who she is. She's an author.
These are the options that you've. No, he was Michael. He was thinking of Carrie Fisher.
I know. Yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
All right.
So, what is the name of this Star Wars character? A, Rey, good rhyme. B, Kylo Ren, bad rhyme. C, Finn.
I think I've heard of Kylo Ren being mentioned in Star Wars circles, so I'm going to go with B, Kylo Ren, please.
It's Rey. Kylo Ren's the bad guy. Kylo Ren seduces Rey by being topless around him. Her.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he blows her back out.
Kylo Ren's an absolute hunk.
Yeah, he fucking he honestly just destroys her pussy.
Rey is the main character in these Star Wars sequels.
He throws her around like a rag
okay.
doll.
Let us move on to the next question. Let's see if Dylan can get this one right.
So, okay, which rapper was? What are these things on the road? I think they're bikes. Okay. Which rapper was arrested in September 2024 and charged with sex trafficking and racketeering? Fun fact: prosecutors said. Fun fact. Prosecutors said FBI agents found them more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil during the searches of the rapper's 2 homes. Yes, I do know this one.
Well, I think it's P Diddy, but let's go for the options,
Yeah,
please.
I guess
Mike.
you might as well. Who gives a shit, right? Okay, so this is the final Coronation Street one. Who murdered?
No. Final Emmerdale question.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Final Emmerdale one. Who murdered Carl King with a brick during a dramatic showdown in 2012?
I think it was Thomas King Sr.
Well, sorry, no. It's Cameron Murray. All right, but I mean, you're gonna have to have a guess now, Dylan.
I think it's P Diddy.
Is that you locking it in?
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, well done,
Sorry,
Dylan.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to go to the options, just see what
Yeah.
could have
JZ.
the options were. Well, yeah, you already know
JZ.
the answer. Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Yes,
Right.
Ice Cube, of course. Ice Cube does work a lot with like like sex trafficking, doesn't it?
Can I say I do like how it's a picture of traffic?
No, that's, I didn't actually. I genuinely didn't even think about that.
Oh my fucking Christ!
I was like thinking, yeah, I just like forgot about the traffic.
Yeah, indeed, P Diddy
Although
is,
that's not
is
his
going
fault.
down.
I mean, actually, I probably, I mean, I think I knew this already, but I kind of knew it a bit more today because I saw there was a thing about his trial when I was looking at the news about the.
There you go. Oh,
horrific-
you're keeping up to date with news, Dylan. Popular
There we
culture
go,
news.
yeah.
Crazy.
It's on
Right,
BBC.
next
right.
question.
Oh fuck.
So, what was the name of the album Charlie XCX released in the summer of 2024? Fun fact, the summer remix of the album had 132 million streams in its first week, with the original album having 82 million streams in the same period.
You see, these are always the questions I get wrong in the U-Center quiz when it's like, what song's the current #1 or what's Charlie XCX done and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, I could do with a bit of help, please.
Right, so this is your last Coronation Street question. Who was revealed in 2023 to have been secretly killing women and hiding their bodies, shocking both viewers and residents?
Killing
Coronation
women or
Street,
killing
2023.
people?
Well, I'm sorry, Dylan. Are women not people? Killing women or like killing actual human beings with like souls. What do we think about?
It was Audrey's son, but he's part of the Platt family. But he's Stephen something else. Stephen. It'll come to me if I think about Stephen.
Do we care about surnames, Luke?
Well, you can just say what the surname starts with.
Oh, it starts with an R.
Ridley, Stephen Ripsey, Stephen. Second letter, please.
Like the second letter is an E, and the third letter is an I.
Reed, Stephen Reed.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, right, yeah, you can have it. Who the fuck?
I
cares?
was really hoping you would go for Stephen. I was really hoping you'd go for Riley. Stephen Riley.
Yeah.
A 365. B Brett. C Mean Girls.
I see. This is where the options help a lot because we all had a brat summer in 2024, didn't we?
I had.
So, yeah.
I was busy having a Mean Girls summer.
Oh,
That's why everyone hated me. That's why everyone was so mad at me.
I was having a
Dylan is,
365 days summer.
Yeah, Dylan is of course correct, and yeah, again the Coronation and Emmerdale knowledge is Coronation Street Emmerdale knowledge is really helping him earning those options. So let us go to the final question.
I just want to say, I really just hope I know this outright. I'd be really happy if I knew this one outright.
You should do, but let's see.
So,
Oh fuck!
who is this person? Fun fact: is in a relationship with another person in this quiz. I might as well just give you. You've got one question left, so I might as well just read it anyway.
Can I look back through the quiz? I think it's called
No.
like Selena something or Serena.
Okay, so
something.
here are your questions. Which
Jesus
show?
Christ.
Which show featured a week of episodes dubbed Super Soap Week, known for explosions, deaths, and high stakes stunts?
Oh, they always fuck.
A
they
week
do
of
that-
episodes dubbed Super Soap Week,
But they
known for
always do
explosions.
that. They do that on every. They do that on both of them. They always do that. Like Coronation Street do their Super Soap Week, and then Emmerdale do their Super Soap Week.
Oh, is that? I'm gonna look this up. Okay, Coronation Street, because that could be significant.
I like that.
Because
yeah.
because there literally is. Well, who cares? Should we just go to the
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Dylan,
you know
what?
what,
Yeah.
Dylan?
Just
Let's
look
just
it
go
up.
to the fucking thing. Fuck ChatGPT. Fuck the Coronation Street Emmerdale questions. Let's go to the options.
Just have some
Yes.
options. Yeah.
So your options are Zendaya, Florence Pugh, or Miller Barbara Brown.
Oh, you see, I I don't know. That's part of me thinks Zendaya's white. That's the only thing. Or is she white? I don't know. I mean, my C is calling out to me a little bit as well, but I don't think it's. I'm gonna go with Zendaya.
Yeah, you're right. I tell you what, I don't care what the incels say. I think she's pretty hot. I'm just gonna say it. Like, maybe that makes it kind of controversial, but that's what I'm feeling.
I love how Dylan said, I think Zendaya's white when the other two are white, and she's the only one that isn't white.
That's a good point, yeah. Also, she has the least white name, surely. Like, Millie Bobby Brown doesn't sound like a white person's name.
Well, you know who Millie Bobby Brown is, right?
Yeah, she's the person who said, "The dirtier, the better."
What?
Have you ever seen the video? Oh, you have to watch that. The video of Millie Bobby Brown going, "The dirtier, the better." It's really sexy.
How old was she when she said that?
Oh, it was recent. Millie, how old is she now?
She's like.
Okay, no, yeah, okay. So yeah, it was like within the last 3 years. It was like a
okay, good. I always have to check with you, Michael.
I know. Well, I wouldn't have even known, so it would have been fine.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking Zoella. That's what I was thinking of when I was like.
Yeah, Zoella.
Zoella. The Hollywood actor Zoella. Yeah.
She was an extra in Harry Potter.
Oh,
right. So Zendaya is in a relationship with who, by the way, Dylan?
That's
am I allowed to go back? Oh, Tom Holland.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, that's good knowledge. See, you know a bit about pop culture. So, do you know? Well, how many questions do you think you got right?
I think I got about 18. No, I think I got at least half of them. I would like to say, conservative guess, 12.
That is exactly correct.
Oh, nice.
And you get another point for that. No, you don't.
And then you can give yourself 10. You can give yourself 10 out of 10, Dylan, and that gives you 22.
Yeah. So Dylan. Obviously, me and Michael will each give you a 6. What do you want to give yourself out of 10?
I feel like whenever I do these, as much as it's like, I'll just give myself a 10 and just kind of
give yourself a 10, Dylan. Like, for goodness' sake,
prop myself up a bit. You know what though? I was thinking it's at 6, mirroring the score I got. You know what? I'm quite pleased with myself. I think some of those questions were quite hard. I gave it a good go.
Really?
The PowerPoint.
You think some of those questions were quite hard?
It is customary to give yourself a 10, Dylan. But
Okay.
Oh, if it's customary to give myself a 10, I'll give myself a 10. Yeah.
Yes.
Well done, Michael. By the way, did you know all the answers?
Yes, I did, except for no cap.
Okay.
Well, I got no cap when I saw the thing, but yeah.
Is there? I think there's another slide. Can I go to the next slide?
Yes.
Yes. The final slide.
Well done, Dylan. Now let's hear your report on 2 other titans of pop culture.
So of course,
I
Dylan
forgot
had
you
a
had to do
forfeit.
this.
Yeah, for finishing last season. So here we go. He had to watch Madame Web and Kraven the Hunter in the Sony Spider-Man universe. And what were your thoughts on them? Let's start off with Madame Web.
I have to say, I actually quite enjoyed both of the films a lot. Actually, yeah, I found that. So Madame Web, it kind of started off a bit slow. Michael's gone. No, he's there. So it started off a bit slow. Madame Wood. So it's like the first 30 minutes, it's kind of like she's just kind of like in her ambulance and they're all kind of just like mulling about and everything. Then she gets on the train. That's when it kind of like picks up a lot for me. And that's when I started to kind of hook my interest, where she kind of saves those three women. I can't remember what they're called, the 3 women, but I just affectionately call them Blossom Bubbles.
Hot, eh?
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup is what I've just affectionately decided to call them. But she just she looks after them. She keeps them safe from evil Spider-Man, as I'll call him. I actually really enjoyed it. Actually, yeah, it was.
Of course you did. Of course you enjoyed it. You love slop. You absolutely adore slop.
Yeah. It is interesting that you watched something about evil Spider-Man, but you didn't learn who real Spider-Man was.
I purposely avoided like looking at reviews and stuff, but because I'm not.
Because you're not a sheep, and we respect that about you.
It's not, but I had a feeling maybe it probably wasn't very well reviewed by people, but at the same time, I kind of like...
Why did you have that feeling?
I don't know. I just kind of, I feel like with the films you recommend to us and I could understand, I could kind of... The thing is, there are bits in there, I'm not sure if it was just me not understanding that or whether it was just bad writing. It's one of those
Probably
things.
The latter, or maybe actually both.
Dildo, I have a QQ for you.
I don't understand why she just went blind at the end. I thought that was quite random. And then the 3 of them just
I can't remember why she goes blind. I had a QQ. Did you have any particular, let's say a highlight, a moment where you're like, yeah, and maybe even a low light, a moment where you're like, oh, that's,
I quite like the bit where she drives the ambulance into evil Spider-Man and she's able to use that to kind of like.
Oh, I like the bit when she times the defibrillator.
Yes, that was good.
That's pretty good scene.
As soon as he lands on the ambulance head,
she can time. What were the 3 powers? Because didn't the women have 3
can I just say before you keep on asking questions? Can I just say my highlight, please?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
when
you
she
go.
goes to the barbecue and she's handed a can of Pepsi and she doesn't open it, so she just walks around for like 5 minutes just with a unopened can of Pepsi.
Just
you know?
showing off.
Actually,
Well-
yeah. My highlight would be the one where she goes to the baby shower. And she says that her mum died or whatever, and everyone outside
Oh,
she just
yeah.
like took a shit in the punch bowl. She's just like,
Yeah.
my mum died. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, you cunt?
I say
dare you
the first half hour was a bit slow, so I was kind of struggling to get into it at that point. But yeah, as I say, but I like how evil Spider-Man. I mean, it goes full circle because I mean, I'm feeling like maybe Pepsi had like some involvement in the film or something like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
evil Spider-Man was killed by Pepsi sign. Spoilers.
That's enough Madam Web talk for now.
But yeah,
so
I quite
Dylan
liked it.
enjoyed it.
I didn't
Because, of
really
course, he
understand the
fucking did.
significance of the three girls though. Like apparently, like one of them flipped.
No,
her off
no,
at the
no,
ambulance.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
really
it's-
stupid. Don't worry about it.
It's
Okay.
it's really stupid. Bad writing, don't
Craven
worry.
the Hunter. I haven't seen
Okay,
that,
so let's
What a
let us
film.
move on now to Craven the Hunter. What did you think of that, Dylan?
I watched that one yesterday. Actually, yeah, it was quite nice. I had my room set up like my sitting room set up like a cinema. And
wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Oh, I thought it was
So you're the only person who got a cinema experience for this film, and you didn't even go to the cinema.
oh, did you watch
Because
it?
no,
like-
because no one went to see it. Is the joke?
And then you've got like this other guy. He's like Rhino Man. I can't remember what his actual name was. We've got like, a backpack.
Is his name
and he's,
not
like-
Rhino?
I think he turns into a rhino at one point. Right towards the end of it.
Because there is a Spider-Man villain called Rhino.
Oh, okay. So it might be him actually. Yeah, because
Rhino Man might well be Rhino.
he has to keep taking medicine to like stop himself turning into a rhino.
Yeah, no, that is the
That
character.
does,
yeah.
that does sound pretty. Yeah, that sounds like a vintage Rhino movie. Of course, you know who the real villain is, don't you, Dylan?
Oh,
Man.
the real.
Craven the Hunter, when he was working on the set for a previous movie, got raped by the director, and she she groomed him and forced
Yeah.
the babies out of his prepubescent willy.
But no,
Okay,
I found it an
the-
enjoyable watch actually. Yeah, it was quite. I remember it was action.
Of course you
packed, and
did.
That kind of like
Of course
hooked
you
me.
fucking
Well, see, Luke, am I right? You haven't seen this film.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
no.
It's
I
a
mean,
film
yeah,
that
so-
Luke hasn't seen.
Craven the Hunter was only released in December.
When it was
Oh, so is it not in general release yet? So was I like breaking the law by by watching?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It was just released in cinemas in December. So again, it's
Also,
not,
by the
it's
way-
quite recent.
Dylan, assuming you accessed it without it doesn't then become legal once it's out on DVD. Once it's out on DVD, it's not like it's a complete free for all.
Jesus.
It's still breaking the law.
You have broken the law. Yeah.
Yes. You're like, sorry, I didn't realize it was still in cinemas. Like, yeah. Like the police just find you downloading the entire Sony catalog onto external hard drive. Like, sorry, I thought the films were out of cinemas. I apologize. And he's like, well, okay, he's claiming ignorance. That's pretty credible.
Yeah, no, it's because I saw on this website. Obviously, I used legitimate sources to
Netflix.com.
watch all my films. Obviously, yeah, I wouldn't ever do anything like that. But I heard of this website that can show all these films, and then it had the new Lilo and Stitch film, and it said in the top corner cam, which I'm assuming it means that someone just recorded it at the cinema. His real name's Sergey, and he had a brother. I can't remember what his brother's called, but his brother's ends up being a shapeshifter, and it's just randomly revealed at the end that his brother's a shapeshifter.
That sounds like
And
something
that's-
that might happen in a bad movie, though.
Unless I wasn't,
it
paying
sounds
attention.
like classic bad movie schlock basically. So don't worry, Dylan. But it's just crazy that you still liked it. Again, I can't give you a forfeit because every shit thing you just like it.
I'd say a forfeit would be to watch Twin Peaks because I'm finding that quite
Okay,
difficult.
we'll move
to
on to
sit.
that in a sec. But I just want to now Dylan has gone through his 2 movies that he had to watch for his forfeit. Let us. I'm adding something to the stage here, and we're just gonna. So here we have the season 8 scores, and we'll just look at this for 2 minutes. This is just to verify that Dylan actually did finish last. As you can see, he only won
Oh,
twice.
comfortably so, yeah.
Michael won 6 times. I won 4 times. Me and Michael actually got the same average score.
That's pretty good.
But he just won more times. And yeah, Michael really didn't like Dylan's topics this season.
Oh yeah, he was doing his thing. Was like, I'm gonna be like the Craig Revel Hallwood of the topic thing.
Yeah,
where I'm
why
just
did
gonna
I
rate
give
him.
you 5? Oh, well, no, to be fair, some of those are what's it called, right? Blackjacks.
Yeah,
'Cause,
some
I'm
of them are
seeing one of
blackjacks.
them's 5,
Yeah.
10, 10, and that one
Yeah. I know. I kind of manipulate things, so you always gave Dylan the lowest rate.
yeah. And then you're like, oh. And then you're like, oh, Dylan, Michael really hates you. You should give
Michael
give Michael
hates you.
some really, this guy who happened to beat me in more topics last season. You should start rating him really
Yeah.
lowly, Dylan.
Well, what's quite fun as well
Yeah.
is we always rate ourselves the highest as well,
Yeah.
which kind of makes sense.
Did I
but
ever
Michael,
rate Dylan higher than anyone else? No.
Michael rated himself the highest out of everybody. Like the
wait,
highest
hold
score.
a minute. Wait, 6,654. So on episode 130, I rated Dylan higher than anyone else.
I think I
Yeah.
probably was like, I probably just gave a top. It was so bad. I was like, you know what, I'm disappointed with myself here as well. I'm
Yeah.
giving myself a
Yeah,
4.
you gave us a 4, yeah.
But Michael, you gave yourself the highest average out of anybody. An 8.
Yeah, good. I deserved it.
And you
Well
gave
done.
me the lowest
Solid
average
8.
out of anybody.
So you should hate him, Dylan. Despise Michael. Right. So there you go. Those are the topics. From season 8, of course, the topic scores. So yeah, better look next season, Dylan.
Yeah.
Let's see if your 22 is good enough to win. We will get to Michael's topic in a sec, but just before we do, let us talk about Twin Peaks, because I asked you two both to watch something, didn't I?
Yes, you asked us to watch 3 things, unless I'm mistaken.
As you can see
that's a
on
fun
screen,
idea.
so we have, hopefully you can see all the characters on the left-hand side, all
Okay.
30. And at the same time, I went, because of course, you previously said, oh, who do you think is the killer of Laura Palmer? You gave your guesses and gave, a percentage answer. As you can see, this is what you told me previously. And for episodes 2 and 3, which we have now watched, we are going to also give our percentages. Who do we think the killer is? So just to let you know, I'm going to cross off 10 people from the list on the left hand side who it's not. So it's not Big Ed Hurley.
Oh,
Okay, I don't think I had him.
What?
No, I didn't
Why
have
did
it.
you go? Oh,
I
Dylan.
didn't know.
No, he was joking. Yeah, so I didn't have him.
Okay, so it's not Deputy Sheriff Andy Brennan.
I didn't have him.
Okay, it's not the Log Lady. It's not Lucy Moran, the secretary.
Okay, I didn't have her. No.
Okay, it's not Josie Packard.
Wait, where's Josie Packard?
The Asian one, the owner of the mill, who's Asian.
Oh, you know what? Oh no, I didn't. No, never mind.
Okay, right. It's not Nadine Hurley, Big Ed's wife, who committed suicide or tried to in the last episode we watched. It's not Norma Jennings, the owner of the Double R Diner.
I did have her as one.
Yeah, it's not Pete Martell, the husband of Catherine Martell and Fisherman. It's not him. It's
That's
not. It's not Sheriff Harry S. Truman, the
Didn't have
steadfast
him.
sheriff of Twin Peaks, and it's not Shelley Johnson, the waitress at the Double R
Okay,
Diner.
I gave her a 10.
Okay, well, it's not her. So there you go. Recently watched episodes 2 and 3. Just to go through what happened, there was a lot of there's some cryptic clues, like the owls are not what they seem. That's interesting. You had, of course, the iconic scene of James and Donna and Maddie, that's Laura's cousin, singing while James plays his guitar, which has been memed quite a lot. The one-armed man is looking for Bob. Who is Bob? Who is this guy that everybody has seen? Obviously at the end it concludes with somebody who we have not seen previously that appeared in episodes 2 and 3. Harold Smith, who had the Diary of Laura Palmer, that's the shut-in.
Yes.
As you can see, met Laura via Meals on Wheels. Do you have any? What are your thoughts?
I'm starting to think maybe I'm thinking Leland Palmer potentially is my, because he's kind of, I think he's killed someone else as well. So it's like he killed Jacques Renault at the end of season 1, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, he did kill Jacques Renault. Yeah.
So he's killed before. Maybe we know he's capable of killing. Maybe he can kill again.
That's good logic. Yeah.
So I'm kind of feeling like maybe he is the prime person. Okay, I'll say Leland Palmer's play. I think I'm trying to make them equal 100. That's the thing.
See, this is why I planned ahead, and but annoyingly now Luke's completely fucked me over because
I forgot we're doing it like that. That's my bad, because I think my
right. You know what? We'll do Michael's first.
Yeah. Okay. So yes,
go Mike.
I gave Audrey Horne. She's in top space. 35.
No, well, you have to round up to a 10.
Oh, sorry. So round up to a 40, and then and then next one, Leland Palmer, second place. Round up to a 30. Third place, I had Donna Hayward. Wait, has she been knocked off? Is she still in it?
No, she is still an option.
Okay,
yes.
good. So Donna Hayward, I gave 20. And again, that adds up to 90. So I don't know, like give Audrey Horne an extra one and put her at 50. Who cares?
Okay, so only three suspects.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said that we only had to have 3.
No, you can have as many as you
sorry.
want.
In that case, give Catherine Martell 10.
Okay, Catherine Martell.
'cause
down
she's
from
my fourth
40 to 10. So there we have it.
Yeah. By the way, the reason why I put Donna Hayward, like, she also came out of nowhere, it's because she started acting like a real bitch in this episode.
Okay, she did. Right, Dylan. Do you have your suspects and your percentages? Again, you can have up to 10 suspects, honestly, if you want. Obviously.
Well, let's just actually, you know what, that's not a better idea. Let's just put 10 of them on there. Any 10. Just give me 10. And we'll
So how it works, by the way, throughout so basically what's going to happen is, of course, there's 4 points in which we will recalibrate and see who we think. And as you can see, each time we do it, we'll have less suspects, so 20 left.
Fewer.
Now, there is, of course, a real killer, and every time you put 10% towards a real killer, that counts as a point, so to whoever that is. So, for example, if it's Audrey Horne, Michael will have earned himself 40 points, because he thought, Audrey Horne, he gave Audrey Horne 40% this week. That's how it works. So, Dylan, if you'll give me your suspects.
Okay, let's put Leland on 40. We'll put Dr. Jacoby on at 30.
Dr. Jacoby, okay.
I was going to say, yeah.
We'll put Leo Johnson. We'll keep him there, even though he could still do it. We'll put him at 20.
Yeah.
And we'll put the new guy, even though obviously it would be a bit silly if it ended up being him. But I think the show wants to think it's him, so let's say it's him.
As you can see on screen, we have updated the Excel document to
so
include what
the viewers, and when I watch this back, I'll be able to see it as well.
Yes,
Nice.
you'll be able to see it exactly. Yes,
Lovely.
Well done, Dylan. That's the Twin Peaks talk over. Michael, do you want to do your topic?
Yeah, my topic's really good. I mean, I can definitely do it in the 10 minutes, but so.
Oh shit! By the way, sorry. I forgot. Obviously, my topic was.
Yeah, I was thinking that, by the way.
Quiz.
Yeah.
Sorry. We gotta rate the quiz that I came up with, all the concept. That was what I did. So,
yes.
Dylan, what are you going to give me out of 10?
Well, considering that I got 12 questions out of 20, I think it obviously deserves a 6 out of 10. But let's go up to an 8. I'm feeling generous.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think it was quite good, so I'm going to give myself an 8 as well, Michael.
I think an 8 is pretty reasonable. Yeah, like obviously the downside was the ChatGPT thing, but to be honest, it would have been really difficult for you as somebody who hasn't seen the show to like work out. So whatever.
I needed ChatGPT, and it failed me once again. Yeah. Right, so let's get on to Michael's topic.
Yes. So everyone, I've got something to show you guys.
Let me just get this off the screen. How do I fucking get this off the screen? Remove. There we go.
So, Dylan, would you like to read first?
In this game, the rules are simple. Each contestant will be shown a word with some letters blanked out alongside a visual clue. All they need to do is guess the word correctly and they will gain a point. However, guessing an incorrect answer will lose the player a point.
And Luke, now you read this.
Okay, each round has a secret extra word that fits the prompt. If the player thinks they know this word, they need only to say it out loud and then they will instantly win the game. This may sound unbalanced, but the secret extra word is pretty well hidden and very hard to guess. But if a player thinks they know what it is, all they need full stop there. All they need to do is say it loudly, clearly, and fully enunciated. Good luck. So that's for Dylan.
Yes, yeah, that is true. Yeah. So look, that explains the rules. The one thing I will say is I'm not sure how well I made it. So like, basically, you're going to take turns. So it's up to you who wants to go first. I don't know whether or not.
Go first.
All right, Dylan, go first.
I know what the
right,
secret
Dylan.
word is. I think it's donuts because that's like the.
Let's see. So here is your first word.
Okay. So what I have to guess what the word is.
Yeah. And obviously, if you guess wrong, then you lose the point.
Michael, can I ask? Can you steal? Dylan doesn't know.
I'm gonna let Luke.
Stealing.
I'm gonna allow Luke to steal.
You can steal for half a point, but Dylan has to say Dylan has to give an answer.
All right.
So what would the word be? Bing.
The thing is, like, he actually doesn't know what the non-funny
ringer
answer is.
Ringer.
Jesus.
Oh wow, Dylan. Of course, it was ringer. Yes, you got it, Dylan. All right, Luke. Now, are you ready for your one?
Yeah, God, he actually didn't understand that. That was a true Randy from South Park moment.
And that was one of the easier ones. So ready? Okay, Luke, this is your one.
Oh, I see. Well, obviously, this is how it's going to be throughout the whole thing, isn't it? So I'm guessing it's Niagara.
Oh wow, you guys are pretty good at this, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan. Okay, now it's your one. Again, I'll remind everyone there is a secret answer for these things, and if you were to say it just loudly and clearly, so everyone could hear it, then you would automatically win. So,
nays.
Oh my goodness, you guys are actually really good at this. Yeah, Dylan, you're right. It's nays. All right, Luke. Now it's your one. Oh, this one's actually quite difficult.
Oh yeah, nuggets.
Wow.
Yes.
You guys are actually really good at this. Now it's your one, Dylan.
Lights.
Oh, well done, lights. Wow, this is really... Yes, all right. And Luke, yours?
As Bevo would say, dinner.
Well done, it's dinner. Brilliant.
What if Bevo said the N-word, though?
Yeah. Dylan, it's you now.
Ninja.
Well done.
I said that.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And Luke? Oh, this one's pretty difficult.
Well, I believe that would be noughts.
Well done.
Yes.
And
Not his spell
Dylan.
notes.
Oh, this one's quite difficult, actually. This one's a really difficult one.
Oh, it's noggin, like using your noggin.
What? Oh my goodness, you guys! I'm actually like really impressed. I was genuinely not. Luke, this one's your one.
Oh, winger.
Oh my god! And
I like how you use Walcott for that one.
yeah. So okay, then this is you, Dylan. Oh, this one's actually pretty difficult. In fact, I think this one might give Luke the edge because I think his one's
singer
not
or something like pasta, like
yeah, it is a religious term. Do you give up?
No,
Honestly, he's speaking so quietly. It sounded like he said it.
Time.
Yeah, Luke. I guess you wouldn't be able to steal it, would
No.
you? It's yeah, this one's quite difficult. It's actually a dogma.
What?
Yeah, dogma, like religious dogma.
Well, so obviously, yeah. I mean, I get what you mean. I think like political dogma is more common.
Oh, okay,
That's
no,
what I'd
that's,
associate with
that
dogma.
makes sense. Okay, I
Yeah.
do understand that. And then Luke, this one's for you.
Oh, that's
Blank
pizza.
eye. Okay, well done. Yeah. And then this is the final round. This is the final round. It goes to people who it goes to the person who's winning. Obviously,
yeah.
that is you, Luke. You are in the final place. So you have to answer this final round, and this one has a clue. The clue is people that annoy you.
So yeah, I've obviously seen this on South Park, which I don't know if Dylan has.
Yes, yes.
He definitely has.
Yeah, yeah. So the correct answer is
Ooh.
There you go.
yeah, you won't let me say it, but
Well,
Luke
yeah,
was
I
going
know,
to say
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Luke was going to say that.
And I believe that's that is it, everyone. So that was just a fun little game.
That was a nice game. I enjoyed that one. That was good. Okay, there we go. There is Michael's topic. So what do we think we're going to give that out of 10? So Dylan, please, you go first this season.
4. No, I'm joking. No, I thought
Wow.
I think I'm trying to think between a 7 and 8. I think some of the questions were quite bad, like in terms of the fact they were quite difficult. I mean, I get the theme, I get the idea behind it.
Well, I was surprised. You say they were quite difficult. Honestly, it was shocking. I wasn't expecting you guys to get every single one. You getting noggin. And Luke getting nugget. Those were two I wasn't really expecting.
Oh, very much. Praise goes a long way in this game. I was going to be a 7, but I appreciate the praise. I'll go up to an 8.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason I think I got Nugget is because there's a basketball team called the Denver Nuggets. They got Nuggets because
basketball.
the
So
Nuggets.
basketball, you made an association. Interesting.
Yeah. The Denver Nuggets, whose star player is a fat white guy. So
Okay,
obviously I'm going to be
that's
associated.
reassuring. Yeah.
Nikola Jokic, shout out. So I think I'm only going to give it a 7 to put Michael in a difficult position.
That is annoying,
Michael,
yeah.
what are you going to give it out of 10?
Yeah. I think if I got a stronger reaction, I think I could justify giving myself a higher rating. But I think I'm happy to give myself an 8 and let the baby have its bottle. No, yeah. I don't think I could justify a 9. So yeah.
Okay. So that is a win for me after week 1. 24, 23, and 22. What a great opening week of season 9. And so final thought. Dylan, if you will.
The older I get, the tighter companies are putting lids on jars.
Okay, that's great. Michael, final thought?
Yeah. The older I get, the tighter companies are putting on coffins.
We will have a meme contest. That's what we will
Oh,
have.
God.
Another meme contest. So yeah, get ready for that. So yeah, this has been the Pope is Gay. Hope you enjoyed the first episode of the new season. Goodbye.
Guten Tag.